Hey guys, what's up? I'm gonna talk to you guys about my hair for this story time. In June 2019, I bleached my hair so that I could finally dye it. Actually, I had asked my mom to help me bleach my hair, but she was nagging me about damaging my hair, so I made her stop. And that's how I ended up with a bad, blotchy bleach job. The bleach line was uneven, but it didn't really bother me that much until my sisters pointed it out. I started wearing hats to hide it. I waited for about a week or so that my hair could recover. Then I asked my sister to dye the rest of my hair. I had a little bit past shoulder length hair, so it took about 2 hours, I think. Unfortunately, I don't have any photos of my hair during that time, so I can't show y'all. I waited for another week to dye my hair. I used the brands Arctic Fox, Flamingo Pink, and Reach Directions Plum. I wanted hair dye that would last a long time, so I did some research on YouTube. I also decided to do it myself. Dyeing my hair at a professional salon probably would have made the color last longer and would have damaged my hair less. But oh well, I didn't really want to spend that much money anyways. I couldn't afford it. So Plum was going to be at the top of my hair with a pink gradient going to the tips. I was aiming for a sunset look, but I guess I should have bought an orange color or something and split the gradient into 3 sections. The result didn't remind me of a sunset, but it was still beautiful. My hair was more purple than pink, which is weird because it was half and half. I guess the purple plum must have gotten mixed in with the pink gradient. I wish I got to show it off more, but I only had a few days at home until we left for France. So I guess I did show off my purple pink hair at the airport. My family and I stayed in France for 19 days, and part of my hair washed out to an ugly straw color and faded blue. I was pretty sad that my hair turned out that color, but my hair turned into a pretty blue-green and green gradient afterwards. I liked the color and didn't see the need to change it, so I kept it as so until recently. I went back to work at a museum, so I had to dye my hair back to black and trimmed it as well. It's because my workplace doesn't have the most lenient dress code, and we had to look respectable to represent the museum. Anyways, my hair was still green when I was at school, so in the sea of 200 plus students, I stood out and I was even more noticeable in discussion groups of at most 10 students. But I dyed it back to my original color during the last 2 weeks of the quarter. Anyways, I got into a little bit of trouble in the last discussion class because the TA didn't count me for attendance for one class, even though I've been to every single one of them. She asked me what we talked about last discussion, and I blanked, because our last paper wasn't about animals. I remember topics more if I'm interested in them. And the last paper was about meta-analytics. How boring. Luckily, I had one kind student who vouched for my attendance, so that was settled. Thank you. But what I wanted to say was, how could you forget the only Asian girl with green hair in your class? Well, that was a funny experience. I want to dye my hair again someday soon. I want to dye it strawberry red with the tips green to remind me of a strawberry. I just hope it'll wash out into a nice color like it did last time. Okay, so that's my major hair story. There's little changes caused by my sister, but maybe I'll tell you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed my story time. Whoa, it's gonna be raining next week. Stay safe guys, don't drown.